Did you know the extremely powerful Viltrumite known as Omni-Man had another kid that inspired to be more like him, named himself Young Omni-Man? Yes, Invincible, the main character of the series, has a little brother. After Omni-Man caused all that pain and destruction, he flew to another planet that had a whole bunch of ant-like insect-looking people that have an extremely short lifespan, and he actually made a kid with these beings. And due to his Viltrumite genetics and their species joining together, the kid aged really fast, and the older he gets, you would see how his skin changes from purple to like the normal skin color throughout the time. You see how his skin color kind of changed. They even mention how his purple skin is fading as he gets older. It's so funny how he pretty much walked down his older brother in age really quickly. You could say that he's aging like milk. Like, look how old he looks when everybody else looks younger. Despite all the pain that Nolan has caused, despite all the pain Omni-Man has done, he inspires to honor him. Let's analyze him, shall we? Well, narratively speaking, he has gotten physically stronger thanks to a few things. His genetics, his dad's Nolan, Omni-Man himself, and he literally trained with him for over a month to get stronger, literally weightlifting together. I mean, heck, when he was younger, he would have like little mini training sessions with Mark, him being his trainer and everything, learning new things about his ability. Mark even implies that he's getting faster, implying he's getting stronger, because he's been training or getting better with Mark for over a month. Mark even playfully says, "You'll be faster than me in no time." I guess part of the reason that he could be getting stronger so fast is because he was eating a lot while he was training with Omni-Man, gaining weight. Hey, throughout his adventures, he even gained prosthetics because in certain battles, some of his limbs got messed up. That goes for his learning too. He seems to be learning ridiculously quick as he ages faster than everybody. Him aging faster could make him gain a lot more power faster than other characters. He can do all the Viltrumite stuff like you're used to, like he can literally fly. He has enhanced durability. It's talked about in his lore that just like other Viltrumites, he can survive without oxygen for an extended amount of time. He can't heal as fast as Wolverine or anything from Marvel Comics, but he has natural regenerative abilities. He can heal faster than normal humans, obviously. It's because of all these things on why he can survive stuff he technically shouldn't. Obviously, when it comes to his raw strength, just like Mark, they was working together in this particular situation to move this huge ship. And you see Oliver right here, Kid Omni-Man, they throw this into space. Yeah, so they can easily lift over hundreds of thousands of tons or thousands of tons, Oliver included. Like, I'm not saying he's exactly equal to Mark at this point in time, but yeah, we have seen their muscles clash via arguments to show that their strength isn't like gazillions of times apart. We know Mark at this point in time can easily bench press 400 tons, 4 reps. If you're a weightlifter, you know when you rep something this many times, it's not your max. So, and he's repping something like this for hours, and we see Oliver kind of sort of clash muscles with Mark at this time. So it kind of adds up with Oliver's strength, being able to lift hundreds or even thousands of tons. I mean, if we're being honest, Mark at this point in time, if he's somewhere in his ballpark, even if you want to say Invincible still got him beaten muscle, even if he's just a slightly weaker than Mark at this point in time, this Mark at this point in time, he's part of the reason why Anissa and him was able to move this cruise ship, which weighs over 50,000 tons, if you know what cruise ships weigh. Sure, this happened off screen, but we know they did it. I don't see no reason why Oliver couldn't lift a cruise ship too. You see what I mean? I mean, when we dig deeper and analyze how hard he can hit, it kind of adds up with all the stuff I've showed you. Because usually writers, when they give a character all this super strength, they usually give them this kind of strength so they can hit hard in combat, right? Let me give a character super strength, but he can't punch hard. Like, that would be crazy, right? That's why he can easily break through brick walls, ram beams through brick walls, destroy robots with his fists, just like other characters like Mark. He's one of those characters, even while young, he has to be careful not to punch so hard. If he doesn't hold back, he can cause major damage, like to the point where he can even splatter certain beings' his jaws, or just literally blast a hole through them with the weight of his hits. Like he did this to one of the Marlowe twins. One of the Marlowe twins was even so spooked, he surrendered, even saying, please don't hurt me. Keep in mind, these beings are superhumanly durable, superhuman durability, and he treats them like they're literally made of butter when he punches them. He has so much strength that he said it was an accident. Says he didn't mean to kill them. Was this an accident though? Just like a second ago, I showed you him lifting hundreds of thousands or thousands of tons. He can punch this hard, so he can obviously, working together with other superhuman characters, he can easily destroy building-sized structures. This honestly shouldn't be breaking news or anything. He can support this kind of weight on his back. It would be weird if his punches couldn't hit with over hundreds of thousands of tons of force. It's like a common Viltrumite kind of thing. He's one of those characters that don't get the most screen time, but there is implications. Even if he's not the strongest Viltrumite of all time, when it comes to the Viltrumite tiers, he's somewhere in their league or ballpark, because when you see him go against some of the better Viltrumites, he kind of holds his ground sometimes. Like, for example, in this particular situation, this was during the Invincible War. He was parrying attacks from an alternate universe version of his own brother, like his actual brother here, an alternate reality version of him. He survived this encounter, so. And when he's a little older, when we're talking about comparing him to the actual main character character Invincible himself, we actually do see the weight of his punches kind of affect Invincible himself. You see blood dripping. Even if they're not bloodless, they're trying to kill each other. They're obviously not trying to kill each other, but they're still decently mad at each other to where it's like a little decent slugfest between the two to show that he's not just a flea in comparison to these beings. Simply drawing blood from beings higher end Viltrumites like Mark at this point in time pretty much proves his punches are way scarier than nuclear bombs, honestly. Saying he can hit with over 100,000 tons of force is an oversimplification. It's a scary thought thinking about a kid having punches harder than nuclear bombs. If I'm being honest, by default, his punches technically should be able to shake the entirety of the whole country of the United States, or a large country, honestly, because this may not seem like much, but stuff like this is more impressive than you think. Simply drawing blood from characters like this, especially when you realize how durable they are, implies that he could shake the entirety of the United States itself. When you realize he can actually kind of sort of damage his own dad, Omni-Man, one of the strongest Viltrumite tiers. This was like a team effort, but like Nolan, aka Omni-Man, was one of the 4 beings that helped destroy a freaking planet itself by ramming through it, causing all of this destruction. Like, these beings' durability stood up to this. One of the beings being Mark, the other one being Omni-Man. These are the beings that he's drawing blood from with their punches, but they can ram through, destroy a planet without bleeding. And beings near the epicenter kind of endure this explosion. Now you see why Oliver, Kid Omni-Man, simply drawing blood from the main Omni-Man is impressive. Even if you want to say they're stronger than him, he's still not far off. Like, say if Omni-Man's 100 out of 100, then he would maybe be like a, I don't know, 75, 55 or something. Like, he's somewhere in the league to even be able to damage them, kind of, sort of. Honestly, saying he could shake the United States is kind of disrespectful. Being able to kind of damage these higher end Viltrumite characters, him being a Viltrumite tier himself, he should be able to mess up certain smaller sized planetoids. I'd say he should be able to crack apart a moon or something easily, right? Based on what the other Viltrumites can do by default. I mean, I know he's not as strong as Conquest in this particular situation, and Conquest did mess him up literally after this, but the fact that he kind of drew blood from Conquest, even at this younger age when he was weaker, kind of gives you some respect for him, I would say. He's constantly shown to be able to damage other Viltrumites during the war. And if you want to go off comedic stuff, when it comes to Alan the Alien, he kind of nut checked him or whatever, but there's implications he kind of damaged Alan the Alien. Yeah, I know it's a nut check, and I'm not trying to say he's as strong as Alan the Alien at this point in time, but hey, I just think it's something to note that he did kind of damage him. When you consider the stuff Alan the Alien has endured, for example, the weight of Mr. Immortal's hits can actually draw blood from Omni-Man, even though Omni-Man's stronger still, but when Mr. Immortal hits Alan the Alien, since he's gotten so much stronger, he said it didn't hurt at all. When you realize Viltrumites like Anissa, who I would call higher-end Viltrumites, who can shake entire islands themselves with her strikes. You see these people fly in the air from the weight of her hits? Yeah. Notice how Anissa punches him and it doesn't seem to even draw blood. He had to pretend to be knocked out against her. So now do you see, even if this is a nut check, now do you see why this is still shouldn't be taken lightly? The stuff he can endure, but yet this causes him pain? But I guess at the same time, them other Viltrumites didn't nut check him either, though. So he should be able to devastate entire planetoids, even level multiple continents, just being a Viltrumite higher end, hanging with them in the war and stuff. As strong as he is, and I do believe he can mess up certain sized planetoids, he never reached the level of characters like Thrag or nothing. Thrag is like the highest of the highest Viltrumite tiers. While Mark, on the other hand, actually does reach the level of Thrag and actually can box him out 1v1. I mean, because this is what happens when we actually seen Oliver try to actually take on Thrag. Like, he's not on this guy's level, but still strong nonetheless. And he doesn't really have too many flashy showings of his speed, but I would definitely assume if he was in space, he would be able to fly faster than the speed of light. We literally see him fly throughout the cities patrolling and stuff when he was younger, so he's definitely stronger and faster when he's older. I mean, Oliver's dad, for example, which he got his genetics from when it comes to his raw speed, he flew to a planet ridiculously far away within a week. Ironically enough, he flew to a planet in which he ended up having Oliver, this planet with these people. Flying to the Virgo supercluster galaxy in a week is insanely fast. Just for reference, that's over 1 million times faster than the speed of light to fly to a galaxy that far away. That's over millions of light years away and stuff. It wouldn't be far of a stretch to assume that Oliver could probably achieve these speeds if he really wanted to, way faster than the speed of light type speed. I mean, but all of this could be just me. I mean, we have seen him use his speed to ram into beings with his super speed in combat before, so you can make an argument that this is part of the reason why he can hit hard, is because he can use his speed to ram into his opponents or something. Technically, I guess you wouldn't even need super strength if you can hit this hard with speed alone. But do me a favor and like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. Thanks for the donations, y'all. Respect Oliver Grayson, Kid Omni-Man. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.